Good morning. We're going to try to do a little video today for library time. So we are going to spend some time in Miss Benson's barn. Today we're going to talk about baby chicks. So when you get a baby chicks, you have to start them out in what's called a brooder box. So for the first 2 weeks, my baby chicks live in this box. And I start them out inside the house. They shared a room with Dewey. So after 2 weeks, they move into what I call the chicken nursery. So that's this space in one of the barn stalls. I have chickens following me, so it's going to be a little loud. So my baby chicks this year, they're almost 4 weeks old. I'm going to try to go in here and sit with them. They will settle down after I've been in here for a little bit. But they are almost 4 weeks old. So they start out really cute and little and fluffy. And right now, they're kind of going through their ugly stage where they're starting to get their feathers. Kind of hard to see because they have to be under a heat lamp. So this is the heat lamp that keeps them warm, and that's their food and their water. When you very first get them and they're fluffy and they're really cute, you have to keep the temperature at like 90 degrees, and then every week that they get older you can lower it by 5 degrees. So you do that by just adjusting, or I do it by adjusting the height of the heat lamp. And you can gauge if they're staying warm enough by, if they stay like really huddled up, then you know that they're too cold. If they're spaced apart and just in little clusters, you know they're okay. Boy, that one's really going through an ugly phase. See how, I'll try to pick one up here in just a second and show you how they're getting their feathers. So I already have a lot of chickens, so I'm not keeping all of these, but I order from a hatchery. So they get shipped to me in the mail so that I can get the kinds of chickens that I want. Because there's different breeds of chicken, just like there's different breeds of dogs. So this year, I'm adding this little person right here. I almost said guy, but I don't want to say that because I want them all to be hens. Hens are girls, roosters are boys. But this one right here is a blue lace silver Wyandotte. And then I have 3 olive eggers. The olive eggers will lay green eggs. And then the ones that are, I've never tried this breed. That one is a buff Brahma. And then black Astralorps. And I think I said the name wrong to the first one. The first one is a blue laced red Wyandotte. There's several different kinds of Wyandottes. So anyway, I'm going to try to narrow it down to 10 and only keep 10. And let me see if one of them will let me pick them up. Hi, little babies. It's okay, it's okay. Okay. See how their feathers are starting to grow in? Oh, bless them. I wish that I would have done this when they were like super cute and fuzzy. But they live in here until they're about 6 to 8 weeks old. Really, about 8 weeks, all their feathers will be in. That one's a buff Brahma. I'm kind of excited about what it's going to look like when it's older. Once their feathers are grown in, then they will move outside to a different area. So we start in the brooder box for 2 weeks. And when they're in that brooder box, I feed them medicated feed. And then once they're out here in the chicken nursery, they go on to a feed that's called starter feed. And then after that, they'll go on, like, it's called a grower finisher. And then they will be on food just like the big chickens. But I will have to keep them separated from the big chickens for a little while when I move them outside, so that no one gets hurt. So I will show you where they go from here. Well, that one might turn out pretty, but that's an olive egger. So that one's gonna give me a green egg. Okay, so I'm moving out of the nursery. Let's hope I don't get locked in. This is where the ducks sleep at night, out here. And the chickens come in here and lay eggs, so that's why I have this little makeshift gate up, so the chickens can come in, but the dogs can't get in to eat their eggs. So after about 6 to 8 weeks, they will move outside. There goes Prim. She's the barn cat who sometimes forgets she's supposed to live in the barn. They will come outside, and they'll move into this little coop right here called the chick inn. Get it? Anyway, that's where they'll live, and I'll put a little fence up. I'll stretch that little fence that's rolled to the other side so that they can have all of that space, and the big chickens can see them, but they can't get to them to hurt them. And then once they're about the same size, then I'll let them out. So tomorrow we'll talk about the big chickens and the ducks, and then we'll have a day where we'll talk about pigs, and we have goats, and we have miniature donkeys. So, and we've got Dewey, so we have plenty to talk about. Okay, so I hope that was interesting to you. I'm going to, in the comments, I'm going to tell you some books that you can read about baby chicks, fiction books. There's some non-fiction on Mayan about chickens. And if you don't want to read a book, but you would like to learn more, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. Like, okay, see this chicken right here? I get really distracted talking about chickens, but isn't she pretty? That's one of the Wyandottes. That's a golden lace Wyandotte. Okay, until tomorrow.